Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Say hi.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Slowly move over.
Is this guy from Fox News or what?
I don't know.
I had someone tell me one time that they didn't want their children to have a Christian education because they wanted them to be able to make up their own mind when they became adults. It's kind of a dangerous idea because we live in a world that will imprint prejudices in the mind of a child against Christianity, against creationism, against a personal relationship with God. If you have found joy in a relationship with God and believe in God's Word, then I would encourage you to choose to put your child in a Christian school. They will be trained when they're young, as the Bible says, so that when they are old, they will not depart from it.
Hello, everybody. Wish I could be there with you, but that's not the case today. And we want to say hi, especially to Harvey and Diane, right? Deanne, yeah. And hope everything's going all right for you, Harvey. And I just remember your left-handed pitches. But it was all right for a left-handed batter, so that was good. All right.
Probably Ralph and Darcy there.
Yeah, Ralph and Darlis, hello.
And maybe Ray Jasper.
Oh, maybe Ray. Okay, Raymond, if you're there, hello to you. And I know you've grown taller than you was when we was in school. So.
Sandra Engel, if you remember her.
Oh, Sandy, sure.
Sandy, yeah, Sandy Engel.
And
Okay, hi, Sandy.
maybe Monty Cook way there.
Maybe Monty Cook. Okay, all
Wow.
right. All right.
So tell me about what you're doing here and so forth.
Well, actually, it was the 24th of January. I woke up at 11:30 to go to the bathroom, and I felt kind of funny on my left side, and so I walked around and I laid back down, and then I thought about it. I said maybe something serious going on, so I got back up again and walked around some more, and I could feel it maybe getting a little worse, so I woke Audine up and we went to the hospital. But the Bisbee Hospital is, just a small hospital, and they could do the clot buster, which I probably would have done if I was here in Phoenix. I don't think I'd be in this shape now. They could have got to me, but after I got to Tucson, it was already about 5 or 6 hours since I had the stroke, so they couldn't do anything for me. There's a time about 2 hours up to 3 that they can do that for you, but so that was too late. And anyway, to make a long story short, you never know what's going to happen the next day.
Or during the night.
Or during the night, or the next hour. Okay.
How long are you going to be here? How long have you been here?
We've been here
month.
about a month now. We're going to be discharged from here on the 8th of March, and then
We hope.
we get outpatient rehabilitation
For a couple of months.
for a couple months is what we're told. So we got a place here that we can hang out at for a couple of months.
So you'll be in Phoenix?
Yes, Scottsdale. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, set up there.
Yeah, Scottsdale.
Well, maybe you'll be able to go to the alumni reunion.
Maybe.
That's coming up next month, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay.
Some of you probably know my sister Christine, and she is one of the doctors at this hospital and also over at,
Christine's daughter,
what did I say?
Christine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Christine's daughter, Catherine, Dr. Fall. She's a rehab specialist and does a lot with stroke victims, brain injuries, spinal problems and stuff. So she's also over at Osborne Hospital. She's the medical director there and does work with the Osborne Rehab Center. It was because of her that we found this nice place and are involved here. She also takes patients here. She's not Phil's doctor because that would be a conflict of interest. But we have a wonderful doctor, Dr. Kwong, who works with Catherine. And the therapists are top-notch. So if you know anybody or if you ever need to have rehab, we really would recommend this place. The therapists are top. And they've really worked hard with Phil. And they've got him walking with a cane now. And yesterday and today he did really well. The rhythm of his steps is coming along.
Good.
And we just have to work on the hamstrings mainly need to be strengthened, and he doesn't have much going on with his left foot yet. He can kick out with his leg, but can't draw it back. And the same thing with his left hand is showing some movement, and we're excited about that because we know that means that there's new tracking going on in this brain. So we expect a full recovery. Just calls for patience, and this is 4 weeks, and he's already made extreme progress, and they're all just rooting in there. The therapists, they're all excited because I think they act like he's their star pupil. So they're happy with his progress.
Yeah, that sounds like a real good story. I feel like a baby, okay? It's just barely starting as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And
No,
who knows how good it's going to get, but they say if you work hard, it'll keep coming back.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've also said that because of his lifestyle and the strength and his good health, coming into this is going to be a great advantage to his recovery. So we thank God for the health message. And we're just thankful for lots of good fruit and lots of good vegetables and grains and nuts. And they've been really good to us here. They're very understanding of our vegan diet and have really given us some beautiful fruit plates and the vegetables and all. So we've got so many blessings. God is really blessed with all this. So we know he doesn't allow anything that he can't bring something beautiful from it. So
Amen.
We're expecting a lot of great things.
See you in 2 years at the reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, so he's got to be running by then. Way before then. His goal when he came in here was to run out. And they're almost believing that he's going to do that in 2 weeks. At least be able to walk out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you guys have a great time together. We would really love to see you all. So just stay faithful to God. We'll all be reunited soon.
Okay, hello, mini reunion. Sorry we can't be there. I miss seeing you all, and we're just in a situation where Carol's a fall risk, and I need to stay fairly close for and not be gone for a very long period of time. And really appreciate Gabe's coming up here to take this video. That's just amazing how well he likes to how well he does and likes to keep people in touch with each other in our group. So I'm really appreciative of that. So,
What have you guys been doing the last 2 years?
last 2 years, well,
Following.
you know, we're that age where most of our conversation revolves around injuries and health problems, but a little bit of that. I have Parkinson's and been dealing with that, and had a triple bypass surgery in July, and I've been through a lot of rehab, but I'm really making great progress in that. Able to climb the steep Thumb Butte Trail and do upper body exercises and feeling pretty well. Yeah. And we just need to keep Carol from falling, and we'll be doing really well.
I have a head like a football player. I've fallen on my head so many times.
So many concussions, she may end up with that CTE. Wow. Yeah. Hold on.
I'm doing better.
Yeah.
Did you shovel any snow after all?
Well, we are so fortunate. The neighbors here are great people, most of the people on the street. And there's a guy across the street from us who knows that I had the heart problem, and he, throughout the big snowfall we had last Thursday and Friday, which ended up being 22 to 26 inches, he would come over 3, maybe 4 times during that snowstorm and shovel snow for us in our driveway and the sidewalks, and then we have another neighbor who has a skip loader, which is something like a small backhoe, and he was out working at night with that machine plowing our street, and it was funny because a couple nights after he did that, the regular snow plow from the city maintenance finally got here, and he just roared down our street because it was all cleared. Didn't have to do anything about it. But I don't know if you at the dinner on Thursday know about much about what happened here or the history, but of the snowfalls. But we had, as I said, about 22 to 26 inches. It's probably the most since the storm of 1967, when, and I've heard varying reports on this, and some of it's probably urban myth, but supposedly there were over the course of 7 days, there were 60 inches of snow here, and it virtually shut down this city.
The city had just sold all those snowplows.
Yeah, the ironic thing is they had gone several years without much snow at all, and they said, we don't need these snow plows. so they sold them, and it was a mess. Roofs caved in, and I heard that like delivery trucks for food and such couldn't get into the city for a while, and it was a mess. So this last storm, even though it was probably the greatest since '67, and as far as depth, was nothing like that.
And the
of 67.
city was really well prepared. They did a good job of preparing.
Yes. Yeah.
Very good.
And what have we been doing otherwise? Just trying to keep up with the latest technology on our iPhones and computers, and it gets really irritating with all the, as most of you probably know, with all the upgrades, and that affects things, and things go wrong, and you're not sure what to do, so you spend half a day researching what to do. But fortunately, we're Mac people, so in a lot of ways we're really fortunate because we don't have as many problems, I guess, as people who are still with Windows.
Careful.
Yeah.
And we go a few places, huh?
Huh?
We go a few places.
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, we went down to Phoenix to see a concert. And it was at the Musical Instrument Museum. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. It's just, you could spend all day in there looking at musical instruments from all over the world, and videotapes of people playing the instruments, and it's just a great place to visit. In fact, I think it's rated as Phoenix's #1 attraction.
Really?
Yeah. And we saw this concert by a group called The Sweet Remains, and it's a really fascinating story how they got together. There was three independent musicians trying to make it on their own, and somehow they found each other, or all three got together, and they have the most beautiful harmonies and guitar playing and keyboard and piano playing, and it's just a great
Beautiful songs that don't have any politics, right? Beautiful songs.
or anything even very questionable.
Yeah, really sweet.
Yeah, great group. So,
Very good.
yeah.
Well, maybe you can come down and visit us somewhere.
Yeah, we may eventually be living in Phoenix
Really?
again. My stepdaughter, Carol's daughter, who lives there, out on about 36th and Shea, whatever, they're building an apartment. Actually, we're paying for it, but they're letting us, and it's almost insisting that we build an apartment attached to their house, so that when one or both of us is unable to care for ourselves, or one dies and the other is left, we'll have a place to go, and they'll supervise our care. So that's looking, I hope, very far ahead before we need to do that.
But we're investing in it. This place we'll get more from it than we do from our CDs. You know?
Yeah, because we'll use it as a Airbnb until we actually need to move down there.
Very good.
And my daughter's handling. She's sort of a general contractor, I guess.
She's
not.
She's a psychologist, and she's really innovative and creative, and so she's handling all the. I think she may be acting as a general contractor, but yeah, it's a wonderful thing they're doing for us.
Yeah. Kind. It's good to have family.
So next time you go up Dunview, why don't you take some pictures and put them on the internet?
Yeah, may do that.
Good idea.
Show that.
I grew up in a small town. My father was not a Christian, and I longed for good Christian fellowship, good friends. In a town like that, the church was small, and so I didn't have very many people my age. So Thunderbird Academy was a wonderful experience for me. I loved the education that I got there and the opportunities I got. And my father came to know Jesus because he came and saw how much there was to offer in a Christian school, and he was baptized when I was a senior.
Hello, this is Raymond Jasper. I've been around a few years. I have 2 children and 10 grandchildren. And 6 of those grandchildren are biological, the other 4 are step-grandchildren. And they all love me and I love them all, so that's what I do.
Full-time caregiver.
I'm a full-time, not really full-time, but periodically I have a lot. Every other weekend I have my son's kids over to my house, and because he lives with me. And my son has four biological, and he has 4 stepchildren. 2 by his first wife. My daughter has 2 daughters. So I have 10 grandchildren altogether, and they all call me. Well, they either call me Papa Ray, or Grandpa. Depends upon which child it is.
And you walk how much every day?
I spent walking and jogging. I walk and jog anywhere from 2 to 3 miles almost every day of the week, and have for about 30 years.
No wonder you grew up.
Hello, this is Ralph Robertson. It's nice to meet with old classmates. Ray and I go way back to about 5th and 6th grade.
More like 1st and 2nd
Yeah,
grade.
but I'm talking about when Mrs. Metter got tired of us and
Made us.
moved us on to the next grade or
Yeah.
whatever it was. So we're really the babies in the group here.
Yeah.
So I have 2 daughters. They're both in the Loma Linda area. Beth is in her about 30th year of teaching at Loma Linda Academy, and Carrie is the choir director for the Azure Hills Church and mother of 2 of the finest grandkids anywhere. Jared and Nathan. Darlis is not with me here today, but she's doing well, except she has a bit of a flu today. But greetings to all of you. We look forward to getting together in 2021, is that right? Our next 5-year session of getting together, our 60th, if I recall.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I am here with all these wonderful people that I haven't seen for many years. I have 2 children, 2 daughters. One's a CFO, and I can't remember, Chief Compliance Officer for a financial management firm. And my other daughter is a superintendent of a school district here in Phoenix. And I have 1 grandson, 21 years old. Thought he was going to be a little bit short like me, but no, he made it to 6'2" and still going.
Wow.
So I just sit at home and be retired. Everyone have a nice day.
Hello, Deanne Weber. Harvey and I have 3 children and 5 grandchildren. Our oldest granddaughter just told us that she's going to be going to Cambodia as a missionary next fall. So we're a little concerned about her, but happy for her at the same time. We still live in Farmington, New Mexico. I'm going to tell you everything so he doesn't have anything to say, so I'll let you keep going.
Hello, I'm Roy Contreras. I'm still in Tucson, been there all my life, except when I was a Thunderbird. We had 1 child, 1 boy, is an attorney in Sierra Vista. We adopted 2 kids, and so life keeps going. Glad to see everybody. I hope everybody's doing well, and hope to see you sometime soon. It's been a long time. So.
I'm Harvey. We came down here from cold country to warm up. When we came down here, they had all kind of snow and rain and everything. So we thought about going back, but we didn't. I got to tell you about one grandson that she didn't tell you about. Our grandboy, Kyle. He's coming down to Farmington to go to automotive school, and he takes a Dodge program. He's on for 8 weeks, and then he goes home and works for a dealership for 8 weeks. And so we've got to go home next week because he's coming. Anyway, it's glad to be here with all these people. And it's just wonderful. I wish that we could all get together. Maybe, what is it, the 21st? 2021, we're going to all get together, hopefully, and hope to see you all.
Hi, my name's Deanne Weber, and I graduated from Thunderbird Academy in 1961. I know Christian education is a huge investment, but that is an investment very well spent. You know, when things are getting worse and worse out there in public school, we don't want our children attending public school. It's a good investment for us to put our children in Christian Academy. I met my husband in Christian Academy at Thunderbird Academy. And we've been married a lot of years. Thunderbird's a great school. We need you to send your children to Thunderbird Academy.